Yeah. What up? All right. We got another one from Don't Tell Comedy.
Okay. Don't Tell Comedy.
Yeah.
What we got?
This is priests versus drag queens from Gianmarco Soresi.
Okay. Drag queens versus priests.
Sounds like a movie.
Right.
What was that?
Like
What was that
action
movie?
movie.
Vampires versus Cowboy or Abe Lincoln? Abe Lincoln versus vampires.
Right. I like Aliens versus Cowboys.
Aliens versus Cowboys.
Right, definitely an action flick, but an awkward one, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But all right, man. Let's see what he's got to say.
All right, here we go.
My dad and I fight a lot about politics. I was a big Bernie Sanders fan, and that's everyone who voted for him. And my dad would always tell me, you know who else supported Medicare for all? Adolf Hitler. And I was like, not for everybody. I tried turning him into a socialist. I told my dad, I said, give me one good argument against giving people free access to a college education. And he sent me a link to my website. I felt the burn. And now my dad won't shut up about drag queens. That's the new target for the right, drag queens. They say drag queens are groomers or they're pedophiles, which is nonsense. If drag queens were fucking your children, your kids would be covered in glitter. It would be the shortest episode of Law & Order SVU of all time. They'll go, there's the crime scene. There she is. Drag queens don't deserve this shit. You know how hard it is to be a drag queen? They gotta put on fucking intricate makeup, fancy wigs, fake tits, they're tucking their dick, they're strapping it, they got Spanx and tights and Spanx. Even if a drag queen wanted to fuck your kid, you have like 6 hours to stop it from happening. That dick's not coming out ready to go. You understand? It's like a mattress coming out of a box for the first time. It's gotta inflate before fucking, that's the point. You want to stop pedophilia? Figure out a way to get glitter onto priests, okay? Pretend it's part of the Eucharist, the body, the blood, and the bedazzlement. I know not everyone likes Catholic Church jokes, but like their victims, they never get old.
Damn.
This is great. Performing in a wood shop. I kind of feel like Pinocchio. But instead of wanting to be a real boy, I want to perform in a real venue.
Damn.
I was in Oklahoma City, and I'd never been before. So I asked the owner of the comedy club in Oklahoma City, I was like, hey, is there a good place to get a salad around here? And he was like, it's a pretty conservative area. That should not make sense! But that's how divided we are as a country. Then I was like, well then fuck salad, I'm getting barbecue and fentanyl. And I know fentanyl's more bipartisan in Los Angeles, but the other part's true. If I'm in a new city, I look up how many Planned Parenthoods they have. Because if there's none, they bring that pulled pork to term. I was obviously very upset when Roe v. Wade got overturned because I have 3 little sisters who should have been aborted. But you knew I was pro-choice because I was pro-Medicare for all. There's certain beliefs that just go together with other beliefs, right? Like there's no such thing as a sexist trans ally. I've never met anyone who's like, trans women are women and they belong in the kitchen. It's never happened, not once. I think it would be fun if we mix it up a little more. Like, wouldn't you love to be like a homophobic vegan? Who's like, being gay is unnatural, now pass the tofurkey, homo. Or a polyamorous nun who's like the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost at the same time. I don't care if it makes sense. Let's get a black Nazi. I'd love to meet Kanye. Can you imagine how bummed Hitler would be to meet his biggest fan right now? I hope I didn't offend any of you. That's my parents raised me better than that. I remember when I was a little kid, my mom was driving me to ballet practice. And shut the fuck up. And Mark Anthony was playing on the radio. And I've always been a big Mark Anthony fan. So I was like, Mom, turn it up! It's Mark Anthony! I love Mark Anthony! My mom was like, sweetheart, no, that's not Mark Anthony. That's Enrique Iglesias. And I gotta remember, I was a little kid, so cut me a little slack. I was like, they all sound the same. My mom turned off the radio. She said, Gianmarco, that is racist. I don't ever want to hear you talk like that again. She turned the radio back on, and the DJ was like, that was Ricky Martin with Livin' La Vida Loca.
Get it wrong.
I want to be a good white. But it's tricky sometimes. Like, I live in a neighborhood in New York called Harlem. And if you don't know Harlem, it's a historically black neighborhood. I live across the new Whole Foods on Malcolm X Boulevard, which is what he would have wanted. And I was in Harlem for all of 2020. I was there for the Black Lives Matter movement. And I remember going online looking for ways to help, and some people were like, checking on your black friends, and other people were like, leave your black friends alone. And I remember thinking like, I gotta get some black friends. But I did the marches, of course, and I remember the last march I did, we were going down Malcolm X Boulevard, and I was doing all the chants, you know, we were going like, Black Lives Matter, and no justice, no peace, fuck these racist ass police. And then we got to the block where I lived, and everyone started chanting, hey, hey, ho, ho, these gentrifiers have got to go. And I don't know if you've ever had a march turn against you while you were in it. But I did what all white liberals do when we find out we're part of the problem. I chanted harder. The first white guy I saw coming out of Whole Foods, I was like, you don't belong here! Which really confused him because he was my roommate. And he was like, Gianmarco, what are you doing? I was like, Gianmarco, oh, do we all look the same to you? That's my time, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Yeah, first timer, man. For Soresi. What's his name, right?
Gianmarco Soresi.
Soresi. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. It would be kind of weird to ask. What do you say? Asking a drag queen to get back in the kitchen,
Right.
or a trans woman or man to get back in the kitchen. I think he said.
Right. Right.
Or black Nazi.
Right.
That's weird. That's what would be weird to see.
Definitely. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, it's kind of Yeah. Yeah, it would be strange to tell him to go back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, man. The priest.
Yeah, so I guess it wasn't priest versus drag queen. It's like fighting.
Right. No.
It wasn't like the movie.
No.
That would be a good movie though, priest versus drag queen.
Right, man. Yeah, man. Funny dude, man. A funny dude, man. Don't Tell Comedy always brings some, some fresh, funny people, man.
They have the most unique settings.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you say? That was a wood shop? I think he said it was a wood shop. He felt like Pinocchio. He felt like Pinocchio, but he didn't want to be a real boy. He wanted to be on a real set or in a real venue. That was kind of a diss, but okay.